Hello, I'm David Mensa from the Israeli Prime Minister's office. We're here in New York together with...
I'm Shosh Bedrosian, and the Prime Minister of Israel is officially here in New York for this significant and historic visit.
The Prime Minister's made clear as he got on the airplane last night that this country, Israel, has been facing so many lies and mistruths and myths about its effort to defeat terrorism, the Hamas terrorism of October the 7th. And what tomorrow at the United Nations is all about is the truth, is the facts, is setting the record straight.
It is the second time since the brutal war in Gaza started, since Prime Minister Netanyahu has come to the UN defending the Jewish state against Iran's proxy terror groups. He's coming back with eagerness and confidence, willing to fight for the Jewish state. And of course, there's some tricks that he has up his sleeve as well. The Prime Minister has made it abundantly clear while he is here in New York and of course in Washington, D.C. on this historic visit, he is also here to fight the misinformation against Israel. So in fact, he decided to make sure people remember October 7th, the massacre that happened on that horrific day where 1,200 Israelis were murdered and more than 250 hostages were taken in captivity. LED trucks and billboards are posted throughout New York City, in Times Square, and in the United Nations area.
The Prime Minister and President Trump have been crystal clear. They're saying the same words, they're singing from the same hymn sheet. They say the famous words, remember October the 7th. Remember October the 7th. Remember what the Hamas terrorists did, and remember what they promised to do again and again and again, unless Israel stops them and fulfills its war aims to destroy this terrorist organization, to free our hostages, and to make sure that Hamas can never be a threat to this country again. The Prime Minister will be using this visit right now to be meeting international leaders, both friend and foe alike, ahead of his speech at the United Nations tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. New York time. But after that, of course, we're heading to Washington, D.C., where the Prime Minister has been invited for an historic fourth time to the White House, more than any other leader in the entire world.
The Prime Minister has made it extremely clear his goal is to not only defeat Hamas, the terror group that is still inside of the Gaza Strip, but bring home all of the 48 hostages that are still in captivity at this point in time. Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke with the family of Alon Ohel, who had a horrific psychological warfare video released by the Hamas terror group who is still holding him. He made it abundantly clear to the Ohel family he is doing everything in his power to bring all of these hostages back home. This is a daily briefing we will continue to have throughout our time here in the United States, from New York to Washington, D.C. We will have another briefing at 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight. If any journalists or press have any questions, they can submit those questions to our daily briefing updates and WhatsApp group as well. We will also be having interviews available to the press from the other delegation members that are with us here.